We are now live. Hey everybody, that's AJ.
Oh, hey.
How's it going?
Going good.
So we are playing Epic, the card game from the makers of Star Realms, which is a sweet deck building game, White Wizard Games. Hey, Nevermore Games is in the room. Hey, how's it going? So here's just a quick look at some of the cards, and we actually sat down about, I don't know, what, 30 minutes?
Yeah.
And kind of learn the game. Learns pretty quick. If you've played games like Magic the Gathering or any of the LCGs or anything like that, you're going to probably catch on pretty quickly. This is a prototype deck, so we've only got half of the cards because the rest of them are being kept secret and safe by White Wizard. And so we are going to go ahead and I'm going to try to put this on a little tripod here so I can actually hold cards and show you guys what's going on. But we're going to keep going here. And yeah, it looks like if we play in this area, we'll be all right.
All right.
Anywhere, just kind of right it here. So you were going to start out by shuffling up. And we'll shuffle. We went ahead before we did all this and did a draft. There's several different ways you can draft. The way we chose was to deal 4 cards face up, and then we would take turns. One person would have first pick, then I would have, say AJ had first pick, I would have 2 picks, then AJ would have the last card left. And we just did that till we each had 30 cards, which again, this is half the regular deck that you'll get when you kickstart and back this.
And that actually diversified the deck because you can play with each faction as a standalone preset deck.
Yeah, there's 4 different colors, and you can play. I believe in the final version there's going to be 30 cards of each one. So as you do that, you'll be able to play with just those, but this we all ended up with some cards of every faction. So we're going to deal ourselves 5 cards.
I went first when we started last time, so why don't you go first this time?
So I'm going to go first, and I'll show you. You guys can kind of see my hand a little bit as we play. Now as you go, you'll notice, now this is actually a pretty good hand. Some cards have this 1 gold up here, and some cards are free. So the 1 gold means that you can play that and it costs 1 gold. Well, everybody gets 1 gold at the beginning of their turn, and at the beginning of their next turn they lose it. So there are events that can take those, there's champions that can take them, and if you don't use a champion during your turn that costs that, you can play an event during your opponent's turn that costs that gold as well, but you're going to lose that gold. You can't like stack them up and all that stuff, and there's no land or resource or anything like that other than the gold. So all the cards you have, you can at least play 1 during your turn. So I'm going to go ahead and play. Let's see, I've got some pretty good cards here. AJ's in trouble. So here's the deal. I've got this is the Rampaging Worm. I'm going to use my 1 gold to play him. He's got a 14 attack and a 14 defense. And he's got this keyword that says Blitz. Blitz means that normally when I play a champion, I have to wait because he's deploying for a full turn. I'd have to wait till the beginning of my next turn to play him, or to use his ability and his attack. But Blitz means that I can come right out and attack him. So I'm going to do that, and he has. There's a few back and forth during an attack, which means he has a chance to play an event to sort of block it or negate it or whatever. But I'm going to go ahead and play it, and I will turn him. I will expend him is the term that's used in the rulebook to attack with him, and I'm going to attack him for 14. And I see him spinning dials, which means I don't think he has an answer for that.
We'll see. We'll see. I gotta check.
You start with 30 damage, and these are not the counters that you'll get in the game. You actually won't get counters in the finished product, so I'm using a Lord of the Rings counter here for each of us. You can use rocks, pebbles, coins, pen and paper, whatever it takes, whatever you want to do there. So
now for I get a response after he plays that. And fortunately, I have a card that is a champion. It's the Crystal Golem. Can you see that?
Yeah.
And it has the ambush keyword. And ambush means that that character can be called into play during an attack. However, it doesn't have the blitz keyword, does it? So that doesn't.
It does not.
So I can't actually use that to defend, can I?
No.
So I could just bring it in during the attack, but I'd have to have something.
And you
that
haven't
gave me the
gained
blitz.
gold yet because you haven't had a turn.
Hey,
So,
stop that!
Yeah, there you go.
All right,
Everybody
so
can throw some hearts at me for blasting him on the first turn. There you go. All right. So I would signify that that's the end of my turn, and at the end of every player's turn, the other players get a chance to play an event. So AJ, if you want to, you can play an event. Otherwise, you would draw a card and start your turn.
You know what? I'm going to draw a card, which you did not get to do since you were the starting player.
Yes, the first player does not get to draw a card on his first turn.
All right. I don't have a lot I can do here, and I'm almost hit for half my health already. So I can either do one of two things. I can spend my 1 gold, and I can just deal him 8 damage back right away. Or
That's a pretty nice little event.
Or if I want to make sure that I can stay in the game for a little bit longer here, I can go ahead and use my gold to play that card. The disadvantage is I don't get any champions into play. I don't have anything to help me on my next turn. So instead of doing either of those things, I'm just going to get a champion into play, and I'm going to summon this girl here.
The succubus.
Yeah, and maybe save one of those cards for later.
So there you go. All right. So she's in play.
She's not ready to
Because
play.
she's not a blitz keyworded card, she cannot attack or use any of her abilities. So that is that. Is that the end of your turn, AJ?
I guess that's, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play something that costs me 0. This demon here, or excuse me, Word of Summoning. It's going to allow me to bring into the game something that's new. We haven't shown you yet. They're over here. They're called the tokens. It will allow me to put a demon token into play.
All right. So there's a demon token.
And basically this will be another nice defender for me when Jeremiah goes for another attack. I can at least throw him under the bus if I need to.
All right. So beginning of my turn, I will prepare my heroes that are in play, and I will draw a card. Here's what I drew. We'll let you guys see, but I'm not going to say anything. All right, that's pretty fun. I like dinosaurs. All right.
That gives me a hint. Thanks. We've got the wild faction. We know that much.
Yeah, so I will show... I don't really have much to do here because all of my cards are actually pretty powerful. They're all, except for this one, which I'm going to save for later. But I will go ahead and I'll put in this guy. I'm going to pay my gold and play the Infernal Gatekeeper. He's got a tribute, which means when I play this, I can pay a health, and if I do, I can put a demon token into play. So I'll play that, and I'll go ahead and take a hit on my health, like so, and I'll go ahead and put a token into play. Mm-hmm. So what we've kind of been doing is, as things go into play, if there's already some that are okay to attack, we move them down, just so we know this guy can attack. These guys are still what they call deploying, and you can't use these guys to attack on this turn. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to attack again with the Rampaging Worm, and that's an attack for 14. And thanks for the hearts there. And as we're doing this, I can see the screen completely. So if you guys have questions, I'll do my best to answer them. If not, I'll fumble around with the rule pamphlet until I can give you some sort of answer. But we're glad that people are tuning in on Periscope.
Okay, my response is going to be to just do exactly what I wanted this demon token to do. I'm going to flip him, do a 180 to show that he's defending. He's got a 4 attack, 4 defense against Jeremiah's pretty hefty 14 attack. So I'm going to take all that damage. Demon token is going to go into my discard pile, but I do not take the remainder of the damage that he dealt me with the Rampaging Worm.
Yeah, the defending champion will absorb all of the damage, so it's not like I hit him for 14, but he only defended for 4. he gets 10 hits, he takes all that damage. That's pretty easy to understand.
You would get a chance to respond in this moment. I don't have any other events that I want to play.
I don't have any either. I could have responded with an event right there, but I will not.
Okay, so I get my 1 gold now. She is actually...
She's fully deployed and ready to roll.
Mm-hmm. And I've drawn some cards here. Let's see if I got anything good. I'm going to do what we talked about earlier. I just want to make sure that I've got a little bit more cushion for later in the game here. I'm going to use this guy and gain 10 life back or 10 health back. And that's going to cost me my 1 gold for the turn.
But I think that was a gold well spent.
Probably.
Since I whomped on you so quickly. Move this out a little bit there. The lighting's a little better that way.
Okay.
All right.
And let me see if I've got any events that I want to play while I'm still on my turn. I'm going to bring the Force Mage Apprentice in for 0. So some champions you can bring in for 0. This champion has the Blitz ability. If I wanted to attack with it, I could. However, there's nothing that I'm really going to be able to do to hurt him unless I were to take both champions in. Let's see what I could do. I've got 0.
You could expend it to use that.
That's right. It does say if I turn it on its side or expend it, I can deal 2 damage to a target.
But that's not going to really do much unless you attack.
But I would have to attack with the Evil Demon Succumbus champion as well. That would give me a total of 8 damage. I could potentially do something, but if you defend with this guy, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
So is he able to defend right now, or is he still deployed?
He is deployed. And that's a clarification we need to find out. I don't know if I can defend with them if they're deployed before my turn. So that's a good question.
Yeah, I wonder if it's only on your turn if the deployment is only happening during your turn, but then once I come to my turn, are you allowed to begin to defend with them?
Let's ask the powers that be here.
Because if you can't, I'm coming after you.
Oh, I figured you would. I know I'm looking at the wrong part of the sheet here.
Well, he's looking at that. I'll just explain what we've already shown you a little bit of. These tokens here, there's tokens for each faction. And these will be double-sided when you see them in your actual printed game. I hope you can see those on the screen right now. I have no idea.
You're good.
These will be double-sided, and they'll have maybe like the wild on one side and the good on the other side. And then like for the zombies, it might be zombies on one side and demon tokens on the other. Basically, these are just extra champions that you can summon into the game.
Oh, there it is. Sorry,
throughout. I'm sorry. You can summon these champions into the game throughout play. They're of 0 cost. Usually one of your other champions or event cards is going to do it. And they're just nice little cushions to have when an attacking player comes to beat you up.
So I knew I saw this. When a champion comes into play, it is deploying, which means that deploying champions cannot attack or use powers that require them to expend, but they can block.
Oh, okay.
So I can block with this guy.
And I believe I actually did that with this demon token on my turn.
As well. So we're okay.
I'm not going to attack you then because you'd be able to defend.
Because I will be able to defend you. I'm totally owning you right now.
I know.
All right, here we go. So is that your turn?
That's going to do it.
All right, good. So it's my turn, and I'm going to draw this card. And that's... all right. And I'm going to bring into play... actually, nobody. Because I can't. But I also get to prepare him at the beginning of the turn. And... I think I'm going to keep at it with this. I'm going to go ahead and attack again here. And I'll let you decide how to respond to that.
Well, There's not much I can do. I'm gonna go ahead and just, if I let that come through, it's 14 damage. It's just not worth it. Again, that would put me down to almost where I was, or even, yeah, even worse. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna turn this Force Mage Apprentice 180 degrees. I'm gonna take all the damage, and this Force Mage Apprentice will be not banished, excuse me, discarded. And that will be it for that attack. I'm not going to respond with any events because, unfortunately, I can't.
Okay. In that case, I will also play this event using my 1 gold. This is Wolf's Call. Oh, thank you. We got a clarification. We get 1 gold on each player's turn, so you do gain a gold on the other player's turn.
For defense.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so put 4
Good.
wolf tokens into play. Thank you for that help there. Your wolf champions gain blitz this turn, so I will put 4 wolf tokens into play, and they all get to attack this turn. So I'm just going to go ahead and attack. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8 attack. And I just got a bunch of hearts for that, or for the rules clarification. But I'm going to say it was for the wolf token move.
I hate you. Okay. Oh, jeez.
We've had a lot of people joining in and out. So if anybody has any questions at any time, let us know. And we will do our best to answer them as they come in.
I'm going to use this ambush with the Crystal Golem. He's allowed to come into play because he's got the keyword ambush again. So he is allowed to come into play even though it's not my turn. He will be allowed to be used as a defender in this case as well.
There you go.
And he's untargetable. So if you've got any cards that want to target him, can't do it. I will... So what do we got here in attack? We've got 8 attack.
8 attack coming at you.
We'll go ahead and use her to defend. She's going to receive all the damage, and that'll be it for her.
All right. I like it. And I will go ahead and...
I'm getting owned.
I'll go ahead, baby. How much? Oh, he's got 4 defense. I will go ahead and attack with my demon token, and I'm going to play the event Wither and deal 3 damage to a target champion. So I'm going to deal 3 damage to him, and I'm attacking here.
He's untargetable.
Oh, he's untargetable?
Can't do it.
And that is why you remember keywords like untargetable. Alrighty then. Well, I will go ahead and burn that card because I screwed up. So, but I will still attack with that for 4.
Okay. I'm going to let that go through. I'll take the 4 damage.
I was thinking you would do that.
Yeah, I'm not about to be hit by the Infernal Gatekeeper.
And I will go ahead and not attack with him because I want to save him to defend.
All right. So I get to draw up here on my turn. I assume you're done.
Yeah.
And I'm going to play this Bitten card. It's draw 2, which is going to be really nice for me right now because I've got 2 cards in my hand, and I really need some more stuff in my back pocket to throw his way. And I feel like I might have got something, which is good. So
I think I drafted better than you.
Perhaps. Let me see if I'm going to attack you this turn.
While you're thinking, I'm going to show everybody the cards in my hands, just so they can have something to look at.
I'm
waiting to unleash this one. It's going to be fun.
I haven't really got any hit points on you yet, so I'm going to do it this turn at
That's
least.
what you think.
I'm going to use the Crystal Golem to attack you. Now, he's got an attack of 7, and I'm going to use this Rage that cost me 0. Now, the Rage is, it allows me to target a champion, or excuse me, target one of my champions, and it gains a +4 attack and a +4 defense, and it also uses the Breakthrough keyword. The Breakthrough keyword is going to allow me to not only damage his champion, but it's also going to allow me to break through his defenses and hit him as the player. So I've got an attack of 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
So that's an 11 on me, or
That's going to be an 11 on both.
a total of 11?
The target, yeah, because it's going to break through. And I'll double check that keyword just to make sure.
Yeah, I think you assign what's left.
You assign damage from attacking breakthrough champions to the defending player after all blockers have been assigned damage. So
if I take
equal to their defense by breakthrough champions.
Right, so if I take that and defend, I'm defending for 9. He's broken. And then I take 2, or is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. I just thought of something too. We might have been defending a little erroneously. Yeah, we've been defending a little wrong. It's going to throw the game a lot.
Is it because
We're supposed to... The defenders do damage to the champions that they're defending against.
well, we haven't had a situation until now that would come into play.
Yeah.
So actually, if you bring him back out, now
So
I'm
he
really
would-
screwed.
He would defend and hit you for 9.
Which my total is 8.
Right. So you hit me, but I kill him. I break him as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you still take your 2 damage.
Yep.
I've got nothing on the table. I'm screwed.
Yeah. I think these tokens probably would have been destroyed,
Okay.
is what I was thinking. But I don't remember who you defended with.
Succumbus. Yeah. It was.
All right.
I don't remember. Oh well.
All right. You know what? I'll take 2 of them away just in the act of fairness.
We're all learning.
Yeah, it's a learning curve. But I forgot about that as we were defending. We're supposed to also take damage, or give damage as you defend as well. So, just to clarify, everybody, if I defend with the Rampaging Worm, he also does 14 damage to who he's defending to. So, you can lose champions if you're attacking as well as defending. So, there's that clarification. All right, and let's move on. So that's the end of your turn?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Which I think evens it out a little more, in my opinion. All right, so this is the card I just drew. Ooh, all right. And I will actually go ahead and spend my gold to play him. And because of the tribute keyword, I also get that right away. So I can put 2 human tokens into play, which I will do. They're right there. They're deploying. They're ready to go. And you'll notice here it says and or. So if I play another yellow card of the same faction, I can again put 2 factions into play, as long as this guy's still on the table. So I'll leave him there. Oh, I forgot to ready my guys at the beginning of the turn. Sorry, they're prepared, and well, I'm going to go ahead and see if AJ's got anything to defend against my Rampaging Worm. So I'm going to go ahead and attack with him for 14.
Now, do I have to declare Defender in this moment, or can I play an event?
You can play. You play events right now.
Okay, I'm gonna.
So I can attack and play an event, and then you can play an event.
I am.
These guys are also. There we go. we're really hoping that Periscope supports landscape mode soon.
Okay. I'm going to pay my 1 to play this event. It says break target champion. The player whose turn it is puts a demon token into play. So I'm just going to go ahead and break the Rampaging Worm.
All right.
I've seen
there
enough
he
of
goes. Oh, that's brutal.
But
he's gone.
With that
One
said,
card, but I get a demon token out of the deal. So, all right, I'm putting him over there. Oh, that was goodbye, Rampaging Worm. You were something else. All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to attack for 8 with these 3 guys.
Okay. I have no response, and we're almost at game over here. So
All right.
we're down to 12.
I've noticed people have joined multiple times. Are you guys having a hard time maintaining a connection? I'm wondering if that's on my end or
We're just
on their
extremely
end.
boring.
Well, they keep coming back, so that's a good thing, I guess. All right. And that ends my turn. So you can play an event, or you can start your turn.
I will not be playing an event. I will start my turn.
All right.
Geez.
Oh, Tri-Magnus had to take care of something. All right.
Here we go.
Just wanted to make sure we weren't dropping people because of bad connection and all that. So
I finally
thanks
have
for joining us again.
finally have a good moment for myself. Hopefully,
boy.
I'm thinking.
I'm shaking in my boots.
And I've got a keyword to explain here, which will help. I'm going to pay
Awesome.
1 gold to bring the Raging T-Rex in.
The Raging T-Rex.
He's got keyword loyalty. When you see that, you can do the effect that's printed afterwards, as long as you can show 2 cards of the same faction to the other player, which I'll be showing right now. 2 cards of the same faction.
Yep. So he doesn't have to play them; he just has to show them.
So he's going to come in deployed. He's not ready to fight yet, but I do get to do his loyalty action, which is draw 2 cards.
There you go.
This is good for me. I'm hoping to get some events in my hand to just be able to defend off what he's got coming next, because he's got a lot of lightweight champions
All right.
in play.
So that's it.
That's going to be it.
That's it. Okay. So I get to play an event at the end of my turn, and I'm going to use my gold that I gained at the end of my turn to play this. It's a wild event. It says Chomp. Deal 12 damage to a target champion.
Stop it. Oh my gosh. I hate you so much. 12 damage?
12 damage, and he's got a 10 defense.
Kill you.
Yeah, so he's dead. All right, so
Ruthless.
turn.
Ruthless. There's nothing epic about this right now for me.
Oh, it's very epic.
It's an epic loss.
All right, so I'm going to prepare these guys. I was going to move them all up, but I've got so many people in play here. Everybody's fully deployed at this point. And I will, oh goodness, what's a guy to do? I'm going to go ahead and attack with my demon tokens for a total of 8.
I'm going to respond with, and I'm going to use 1 gold here on my turn, or as a defending turn here. This is an either-or card. It says choose 3 champions and deal 3 damage to the first one, 4 to the second, and 5 to the third. So that's going to let me take a couple of his guys out.
Look at you.
So let's see. We definitely know we want to take out a demon token for 4, but we got to do the first one first, which is 3. So that's only going to be able to get a wolf.
All right, so we'll get rid of a wolf token.
Then we will go ahead and deal 5 damage to a demon token.
All right.
And we will deal 5 damage to your second demon token.
All
Because
right.
that's the only other guy I can take out that's of a higher magnitude.
Okay. So those guys were trying to attack, and then that event happened, and they blew up into nothing. Well, in that case, I will play this event for free, the Brave Squire. I'm going to target my People's Champion, and he's going to give him +5 to his attack. Right there, you see that +5 to the attack, which gives him a 13 attack, and he is also unbreakable this turn. like the unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
And that, as you can see,
Oh,
is going to
that
be
was
the
it.
end.
That was it.
So it can go pretty quick, even as we didn't really know the rules that well.
Yeah.
It went pretty quick.
Yeah.
Maybe with some strategy.
And you'll see, I probably went through maybe not even half my deck, maybe a little more than a third of my deck.
Yeah, I probably went through about, what, 15, 16
yeah.
cards there.
But that is epic, guys. We might go ahead and broadcast another game a little bit later tonight of this, or maybe something else that we're playing. Now that we've sorted out some of the rules that we were kind of messing up. But if you guys have questions, please let us know. Sorry people are joining in at the very end of this. But like I said, we'll broadcast maybe again later tonight. And we're glad to answer questions and all of that. This is currently on Kickstarter, and a 160 card deck, I think it is. 160 card deck is $15, or maybe 120 cards.
120.
I'm sorry. Plus some of the tokens is $15. You get the whole thing, and you can play
all the stretch goals too at the $15 or at the $20 level.
At the $20 level, you get a bunch of stretch goals and all that. It's really fun. Like I said, we sat down and learned it maybe in about 30 minutes, and then that first game on camera, we kind of fumbled through some stuff. But if you've played Magic or any kind of card game, you're going to pick this up pretty quick. And I had a lot of fun with it. I think it's cool. There's some really cool combinations, as you saw. Things I was able to bring out and kind of just start beating away at AJ here, which is fun. You don't have to build up a bunch of resources and things like that. All your cards can come out any turn one. It's go time. So that was a lot of fun.
Yep. All it takes, you just got to learn about 14 keywords, and the game is easy.
Yeah.
After the keywords, you're ready.
And the keywords make sense, so it's not like, I wonder what that means. Let me look that up. It's pretty quick and easy. So, hey, you are very welcome for the broadcast. And like I said, stick around. Please give us lots of hearts. That helps us get higher in the rankings in Periscope. And we appreciate you guys watching. And we'll be back later tonight. How's that? Cool? Very cool. All right. See you later.